All right, today we're going to dig into a root that's basically a living legend, Korean ginseng. And believe me, this is way more than just another bottle on the supplement shelf. This thing is packed with thousands of years of history.
Think about that for a second. 2,000 years. For that long, this plant has been seen as a key to vitality, to a long and healthy life. So what's the deal? Is it all just ancient hype, or is there something really special going on with this root? Okay, first up, let's get into the history, because you really have to get this. Korean ginseng isn't some new health trend you just saw online. Nope. This is a legitimate cultural icon with a past that's just, well, it's absolutely fascinating. So its fancy scientific name is Panax ginseng. And there's a good reason it's called Korean ginseng. The specific climate, the soil there, it all comes together to create what's believed to be a super high-quality root. It's no wonder it became this powerful symbol of strength and endurance. Now, you've probably seen other types on the shelf, right? American ginseng, other kinds of Asian ginseng. So what's the difference? Well, you can think of them as cousins, but not twins. And the main difference? It all comes down to the chemistry inside. Korean ginseng has this reputation for being extra potent, and that's because it's thought to have more of the good stuff, those active compounds we're about to get into. Okay, enough history for a minute. Let's put on our lab coats and talk science. What is the secret sauce here? What's the engine that makes this thing go? Well, it turns out it's all about some really cool little compounds. They're called ginsenosides. I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but these are the rock stars of the ginseng world. They are the active ingredients, the powerhouse molecules that are believed to be behind all those potential health benefits. This is the stuff that gets researchers really fired up. And get this, it's not like there's just one or two of these things. Nope. Scientists have found over 30 different types of ginsenosides packed into this one root. That just tells you how incredibly complex this plant really is. And here's the really cool part. These little compounds don't just do their own thing. They work together, like an orchestra. They create this combined synergistic effect that science is still trying to fully map out. It's like this intricate molecular dance, and that's exactly why researchers are still so obsessed with it. All right, let's get to the main event. The question everyone's asking, what does this stuff supposedly do for you? Let's break down the 3 big areas that modern science is really digging into. Research suggests it really boils down to 3 main things: sharpening your mind, beefing up your body's defenses, and fighting off that feeling of being totally wiped out. Yeah, when you look at all the studies, they mostly fall into these categories. So let's start with the biggest piece of the pie, your brain. Cognitive function is where a ton of the scientific attention has gone. So what are we talking about here? Well, some studies suggest it could help with things like memory, focus, and just how fast your brain processes stuff. And hey, it's not just for older folks. Some of this research has actually looked at its effects on younger people too. Okay, next up, your immune system. The idea here is that ginseng might help give your body's natural defenses a little boost. How? Well, it's thought to actually fire up some of your key immune cells and help keep the whole system balanced. There's even some research suggesting it might make certain vaccines work a little better. Pretty interesting, right? And last but not least, let's talk energy. This is probably what ginseng is most famous for, right? It's all about fighting fatigue. The theory is that it helps your body create energy way down at the cellular level. And that could mean better stamina and maybe even recovering a bit faster after a workout. So we've gone from ancient history to the nitty-gritty science. So what's the bottom line? If you're thinking, this sounds interesting, how should you even approach it? Let's get into the practical side of things, how to use it wisely and, most importantly, safely. You'll see ginseng in a bunch of different forms. Teas are usually on the milder side, so they can be a great way to just kind of ease into it. If you're looking for something stronger and more consistent, you've got capsules or extracts. Really, it just boils down to what you're looking for. Okay, pay close attention here because this is super important. Even though it's natural, it is not for everybody. Some people might get headaches or have trouble sleeping, and it can mess with certain medications, especially things like blood thinners. Also, for pregnant and nursing women, it's generally a no-go. And that leads me to the number 1 most crucial piece of advice I can give you, the big takeaway. Before you even think about starting ginseng, or any supplement for that matter, you have to talk to your doctor. Seriously, this is not optional, it is absolutely non-negotiable. So when you pull it all together, what is Korean ginseng? It's really this amazing bridge, right? It connects thousands of years of traditional wisdom with what we're learning from science today. It's just a deeply fascinating and complex root, and it's still a really versatile player in the wellness world. And that kind of leaves us with one big question to chew on, doesn't it? In this age of high-tech medicine where things are changing so fast, what's the place for an ancient root like this? What can something with thousands of years of history still teach us today? It's something to think about. Thanks for joining me.